Hey, what's up? It's Michael Yo. Thank you so much for watching the show. Man, I'm be honest with you. We've been having a lot of problems with this streaming thing, but I believe it was my fault, Sean. I think because I'm learning how to do everything, I think it's not coming out right, if that makes sense.
I don't know. I personally feel like I gotta apologize to you, man.
Why are you
I gotta
apologizing?
apologize to you, man, because you had one qualification. I believe the ad said that looking for a producer specifically Indian, and
Yes.
I didn't pull through on my part.
Because I figured like you're Indian, you would know how to work this stuff, but I know more than I know more than you.
You do
On this
man.
streaming platform. All right,
You
so
taught me. You taught me, man.
So I think we're live to the public right now. Hey, if you guys can hear us, I just want to make sure you can hear us. Please drop a comment in the chat. We'll talk about anything right now. We're just seeing if this thing works. Honestly, we're just seeing if it works. Drop a comment in the chat. Or did you pull it up on your phone?
I'm about to pull it up right now.
Pull it up on
It's
your
loaded.
phone to see if we're even live. Because
We're live.
we are.
Yeah.
Turn up the sound and see if you can hear. Oh, so you can hear us.
Hey, we got both of us. Okay.
All right, just nobody's watching it. Okay,
No,
that's
not
fine.
yet, not yet.
Not yet. But it takes time, Sean.
It does.
It takes time for people. And plus, we've alerted people, unalerted people about 20 times
It's facts.
about this podcast. So that's the problem with it. I want to talk about family, not family problems, family talk.
Yeah.
And I love this because, hey, what's up, John? TC Johns? I can hear it. Thank you for tuning in, TC John. Do you know TC Johns? Is that why you're laughing?
No, I'm just happy we got someone that could acknowledge that we're
Oh,
all
but-
put together.
By the way, I'm learning Korean. For all the Korean people that watch, 안녕하세요. 나는 Michael 이름. Oh, shoot. Hold on. 안녕하세요. 나는 Michael 이름아. Nana Michael Irima. So I'm trying to learn how to speak Korean. I want to be fluent in 2 years. I'm going to Korea in October. If you didn't know, for all the people watching, a huge talk show in Korea is Kim Chung-ok.
Okay.
His name is Kim Chung-ok. And hey, I love you too, TC Johns. Kim Chung-ok. And I'm going to do his talk show. He's like the Oprah in Korea. So I'm shooting that in June, and then it's going to come out in September or October. And then I'll be in Korea the first week in October.
That's awesome, man.
So I'm very excited. It's a hono oboyo. Me too. You're trying to learn Korean too? That's awesome, man. All right. So the thing that's going on in my house, and maybe you parents out there that are watching this, you can help me out with this. My son loves me.
Okay.
But it took to about 5 years old.
Correct.
Because my wife is such a great mother, and the kids are attached to my wife, right? And I'll be honest with you, like when it's my boy, and it's not like he didn't love me. It's just now he's like hangs out. He tells me he loves me. He always wants to hang with daddy, right?
Of course.
That's a cool thing. That's a very cool thing when they want to do that.
Of course.
But my daughter is 5. Like in stand-up, I had a bit when she was born, her second month, it came out. And the clip went viral. It says, when my son was born, I knew I would die for my son. But when my daughter was born, I knew I would kill for her. I became a murderer overnight. That clip was so big, people were stitching it and showing their newborn daughters, their sons, and it blew up. It blew up. Now, my daughter's 5, and I'm like, I would kill for her, but I got a lot of questions, because she's 5. I know how she is now.
Right.
But it's type of thing where, like, I feel like she doesn't like me. Have you ever you have 2 kids.
So I got 2 boys, but my wife told me that when it comes to boys specifically, is that the first 5 years, they're going to be all mom. Mom.
Yeah.
Just because they're newborns, breastfeeding, carrying, all that. And then from like 5 till like 16 or something like that, like that's where they're heavily influenced on male role models. So that's why like
So from 5 to what?
I think it was like 5 to 14. I wanna
Okay,
say.
okay.
Because
Well, that makes sense because my son really turned the corner about 5.5 years old.
my son is 5 now, and he's all dad.
Yeah.
Like, you know, every little thing is dad. And so yeah. So as far as females though, I don't know how that works out in the daughter world.
If any fathers are watching this, and maybe that's happened to you, because like I said, my wife is such a great mother,
Of course.
and my daughter's all about my wife.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it hurts me, but on the opposite end, my daughter seems like she's not about me at all. Like I showed up to where she was, her dance class, and she hit me with her stuffed animal like 20 times. She was like, Any fathers out there that are watching this that have advice, has this happened to you, and do they turn that corner? Because I tell my wife all the time, I go, I think my daughter hates me. Like I'm so nice to her, and I'm so like, I try to go above and beyond for her.
Right.
And it's just as a father, you want to connect with your daughter.
Right.
And now that I'm just like I wanted to connect with my son, but it took a while.
Right.
You know, and I'm just waiting for that from my daughter, man. And I'm going to say, you know, I can't say it doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm like, you know, I become a male. I'm like, I do all this stuff for you. You treat me like that. You treat me like that. Why you treat me like that? You know, I get angry about it, man. So any fathers watching this that got some advice, please, please, please let me know, because my feelings are hurt.
Yeah.
They are very, very hurt. Has this ever happened to you?
Not to
that degree.
No, because like, you know, I got 2 boys. So my 5-year-old, he's all about me right now. My 1-year-old, he's now realizing that I even exist. Like he's creating the memories now. Like we're bonding. There's certain things I do with him specifically that he knows that he could come to me and play a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So it's but even though they're both boys, their personalities are totally different though. Like
Yeah.
my 5-year-old Naveen, when he was born, he was very cautious. He was almost like an
Put yourself
adult.
on the big screen, man. You look crazy talking to that small screen, man. Come on now. What are you doing?
Oh, thank you.
What are you
guys.
doing,
Look
bruh?
at that, man. I'm back, guys. It's been 3 weeks. I'm still in the same dungeon. But
Yes. Well, I like to put you in the dungeon.
this is.
I'll
I'm
put you-
safe. I'm safe, guys. I'm being treated well. But yeah, my 1-year-old, like he's really aggressive. Out of the 2, I feel like he's gonna be the main protector, because he's already trying to protect his older brother, and so the personalities are totally different, man. So, but having boys, it's been a hassle, man. It's been a learning curve. That's why, I mean, when you talked about how you want to do this pod about family and being parents, that's why I told you, like it's so nice to finally be able to connect with another comic. Because like comics, like they're all single, or they're trying to like focus on their career and, you know, grind it out and all that. So like to be able to talk one-on-one and share these experiences, like it's nice to like actually see, like not only is the production on the stage growing with these stories about children, but everyday life we're learning. Like every day you're learning something new as a parent. Like
It's so true.
It's never the same.
And it's tough. Like once as you keep growing in comedy, you know what's going to happen is eventually you're going to have to leave your kids for, you know, like I'm about to put out a clip on my Instagram next week of Joe talking about like when he was grinding in comedy, he was working Wednesday through Sundays.
Oh wow, yeah,
right.
Yeah.
And he would have one day with his son, literally grinding Wednesday through Sundays. Come back Monday, exhausted, hang out with his son. Tuesday, you're leaving again because you got to do press on Wednesday.
Correct.
You know, and that was the grind of Joe Coy back then. But it paid off. And now people are like, wow, he takes his son everywhere. Yeah, because he missed so much. He said he missed birthdays, he missed parties, he missed this, is that. You know, and I can understand. Look, I'm not as busy as Joe Coy. Joe Coy is one of the biggest comedians in the world. Let's be honest. But I've still missed. I try not to, but I miss little things. I won't miss a birthday. I won't miss, you know, a special day. I think I did miss one thing. I forgot what it was. It was a competition he was at, and I felt awful about it.
Right, yeah.
But those are the moments where it really hurts you.
Yeah.
You know, as a parent, that you don't want to miss anything. But what we do is you're gonna miss stuff.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of
But see, like that's for example for me, you know, before I started getting consistently booked here in town, I was working corporate at Uber.
That's right.
So when I was working corporate and getting off at 5:30, I missed all my son's breakdancing classes. You know, and
Yes.
like I didn't get to see him like grow in that craft that he's truly so passionate about, you know, and so like that really hurt me. But then like when things started popping for comedy, I was like, yo, I could like spend the morning, the afternoon with them and then go, you know, put them to sleep and then go and like and do my shows at night.
It's great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like comedy, I mean, to be like when I worked for Entertainment Tonight, Extra, E Entertainment, I believe I was working at the Insider when Oliver was born, our son was born.
Yeah.
And man, I got to tell you, I probably missed half of his first year being born because I was working so much.
Yeah.
And in that job, I said it was kind of like a doctor. Not my job wasn't as important, but literally they could call me and say, you need to be on a flight in 2 hours to be wherever to interview whatever celebrity. Yes, it sounds awesome when you're single and you want to travel and stuff like that. But when you want to see your newborn son for his first year,
Yeah.
and like I didn't stop that job till he was like maybe two,
Gotcha.
2.5. So literally his first 2.5 years, I was around more his second year.
Yeah.
But his first year, half the year I was gone because the job is still used to you working like that.
Of course.
So they weren't going to change their schedule.
Right.
And then after you're like, hey man, I got to slow down a little bit. I got a kid. Then they were like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
we'll slow it down.
But don't you think that's kind of like corporate America where like just because your life changed, it doesn't mean the job changes, right?
No, the job doesn't change at all.
So, but then this day and age, like we're blessed enough to one have technology where we can FaceTime and we could do those type of things with our families, even though it's not like we can't like touch them physically, but we could still see them and communicate with them. Where back in the day, like you know, you like when my dad went to work, like there was no contact at all. Like you know, like I wouldn't hear anything from him unless like you know there's like some kind of emergency, because otherwise he's like, don't ever call my work, you know.
No,
like,
it was so true. Like our parents, and I say it on stage, our parents did not want to have anything to do with us. Like literally, it was funny where our dads, and here's the thing, anybody watching right now also, please leave a comment. Please, if you have any parenting tips, maybe you want us to discuss something that's happened to you as a kid. I'm starting to dig into this in comedy, is that it was interesting. I think our fathers were just taught by their fathers, where it's like, you're the breadwinner, you're the provider.
Yep.
You know, you being a father is making money. What's up, Karen K? Thank you for watching. Today, it's more like you make the money. Your wife may have a job, but if you're the sole breadwinner, like I am in this household, well, you need to be around more for your kid too. I don't know why I keep clapping when I'm talking. Maybe that's my black side. Just, hey. But I think fathers now, as a father, we're more aware of our children. We want to be around for them because maybe, not in a bad way, but our fathers weren't around us that much.
Yeah.
And I don't think they were even taught to be around us.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because their job, my dad worked 8 to 6. He would come home by 6:30. We would eat dinner at 6:30. We'd be done by 7:30, 8. I would go to bed at 8:30.
Yeah.
Talk about, you hung out with your father about 2.5 hours a night.
Yeah, that's just
the weekends were great with my dad. You know what I mean? He's a fantastic dad, but just overall, I think just fathers in general weren't taught to be. They weren't there to be fathers. They were there to be breadwinners.
Yeah.
They were there to feed the family. And if they didn't tell you they loved you, like my parents did, it was like, yo, we giving you all this. You know we love you. We don't have to say it.
Correct.
And also Asian people don't say it either.
Yeah.
So, and I'm still working through that. I'm still working through that, Mom. I'm still working through that, Mom. I'm still working through it, Mom.
Oh man.
But that's what I'm saying. It's that, you know, times have changed, and now like we don't hit our kids. It's interesting, man. It's interesting that I was talking to my mom the other day, and my dad would whip me, you know, when I did something bad, and I was like, y'all whip me because y'all thought that was a better way to discipline.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, because you don't hit your kids and they still do bad things. And I go, so as soon as y'all whipped me once, I never did that thing again? They go, no, you did it all the time. I go, what? I mean, maybe it's a kid being a kid.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a kid being a kid.
Oh man.
Maybe it's a kid being a kid.
That's where I'm actually at with my 5-year-old, because he has like these tantrums and he acts like a teenager. But after a while, you have to look at them. Because for me, my son, he's really tall.
Yeah.
So like he's like you see him as like this pretty much this tall adultish kid. But then when you start listening to their mentality and the way they communicate and they talk, you're like, man, you're still a baby, bro. Like, it's really amazing to see how kids, but yeah, you gotta let kids be kids. Like if they're acting up and they're wilding out, like that's who they are. That's who they're gonna be, and they're gonna try to figure things out. And then I think, me personally, I didn't calm down until I was like in my late 20s, bro. Like
now, when you say calm down, what does calm down mean?
Man, like, I was just doing my own thing, trying to be independent, trying to be that grown person, you know, trying to mimic other adults, but I didn't have the maturity. I wouldn't say until I was like in my late 20s, and then finally having kids, I started like figuring things out like as an adult. And then that's why with comedy, like I feel like I started late in age, but then at the same time though, like
you started late in age with comedy?
Yeah.
How old were you?
I started when I was, what was it? I was like 27, 28. And then, but then, a couple years later, I ended up having my boy, like my first son. And I was like, yo, I didn't have time to go and hang out at the clubs like the usual, So my thing was, that's why I love like George Wallace. Like when he was like, yo, I never hung out. I just went and killed it at the show, and word of mouth spread it, and that's what it is.
Well, that's Joe Coy too.
Yeah.
He was, the thing I love about Joe, I don't want to say he's like me at all, but he wasn't part of a clique. He had a crew. He didn't come up with a crew because he was kind of always, he had people around that are big, but he was never part of a crew.
Correct.
He just did his thing. He would sell CDs. People would make fun of him.
Yeah.
He would literally sell CDs outside the Laugh Factory. People would make fun of him. But he goes, yo, I had to get back to my son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. He had to get back to his son. So, like, I got in comedy. You got in at 20. I got in at 37.
37, gotcha.
I started comedy at 30. What? I look like Obama when I do that. Hello. I'm very happy to be here today. But I got in super late, 37. But I'm glad I did it then, because now I look at my life and go, man, just think if I didn't get into that.
Right. No,
I would be
I'm right
dependent on other people to make things happen for me. You know what I mean? And that's what, like, I say it all the time. And whether you believe in God or not, this is my story. God, I believe, has blessed me with a talent that only going to grow, and that talent gets me other jobs.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait till they release the press release. I got a big job I'm about to leave for, and it could be life-changing. And I'm not just exaggerating. I got this job because I'm funny, because I could host.
Yeah.
But this thing, when I say life-changing, I mean not life-changing like I'm going to turn into a Kardashian, everybody knows who I am. I'm talking about life-changing where for the next 5 to 6 years, if it's successful, your family is good for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about, it will bring, because anything we do in comedy, entertainment, television, anything we do well will bring you notoriety.
Correct.
And it's not like I don't care about the fame. I just care about my family being comfortable for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
So my thing is, this job could bring that.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm going to put my heart and soul for it. I've been waiting all my life. When I say I've been waiting all my life, I've gotten so many no's. I've gotten so many rejections. I've gotten so many like, you're great. We were going to hire you, but X and X celebrity is bigger in name. They're not better than you.
Yeah.
They're just bigger in name, so we got to go with them. Because as an executive for a TV studio, you're like, if we take a gamble on Michael Yo and the show doesn't work, we'll lose our jobs.
Right.
But if we take a gamble and it's a big celebrity, we'll be like, hey, we did everything we could.
Yeah.
So that's over the last 15 years, that's what I've been going through. I've been the guy 4 times. And that's why I said something on Rogan that went viral. I go, man, my job, since I've been missing out on all these jobs, is to get good enough and famous enough where I get jobs I don't deserve.
Right.
That's when you know you made. When people just give you jobs you don't even deserve, and you're better than these. Like, you're not better than somebody else. It's just you're famous.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we got a Karen K. Oh my God, my son-in-law is Chinese. At my daughter's wedding to him. Oh, we're white, by the way, she says. Is that relevant? And then she puts a. Anyway, she said to him, Pelvin, I am finally proud of you. No, I get it.
Yeah.
You see? And the only time an Asian person will tell you they love you is when they die, when they're about to die.
Yeah.
They'll be like, you'll be like, beep, 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 beep. I love you. That would be my mom. No, she tells, what's good is my mom actually says she loves me now.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Mm-hmm. And my dad all the time, which I think is amazing.
Yeah. I barely got my dad to start saying. Well, actually, he doesn't say it. Me and my brother, we mess with him all the time. We say like, hey, Dad, I love you, and he like breaks down, and reboots like a computer. Like it's the weirdest thing, man.
I love it. Some parents.
It's so weird.
I remember the first time I told my mom I loved her on a phone, a pay phone back in the day. She goes, yeah, and hangs up. I go, Mom, I love you. She goes, yeah. Click. I'm like, all right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I love it, man. But isn't so that's the beauty thing. All right, so like I had
by the way, Sean.
What's up, my man?
We really should have checked your shot because it could have been a lot. That was your job too.
That was I told you.
Indian
I
guy
today.
that doesn't know
failed
IT.
Today, man. It's all I'm all slanted and angled wrong, and it's all good, guys.
Indian guy that
here.
doesn't know IT,
here,
cameras. I had to put the live stream on. I mean, Sean, and your last name is Reddy. Is that an Indian last name?
It is South Indian.
Reddy?
So long story short, turns out that my roots, it goes to South India, which my last name is considered royalty.
Oh, okay, royalty.
I had a friend of mine who went to India. He has family in India, and he was showing them photos when we were in high school, and they were like, "Who's that guy?" And then he was like, "Oh, that's my buddy Sean Reddy." They're like, Reddy? And then they're like, "Oh, do you like clean his shoes? Like, are you like his servant?" And then he was like, "No, he's like my best friend. Like, we just hang out." And then after he told me that, he called me from India and told me all that. And I went to his house after he returned from his trip, and I brought him extra shoes. I was like, "Hey, man."
Chinese shoes.
But no, man, my family's from Fiji, bro. So I'm the wrong type of Indian, man.
Fiji, like Fiji, where they have the houses on the water?
I mean, they have a few huts out there. Depends on what island you go to.
Yeah.
But yeah, my family's from Fiji, from the main island. My mom is from Nandi, which is the West Fiji, and then my dad is from Suva, which is basically like the American side of Fiji. Like they're all modernized and everything.
Gotcha.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. So for everybody watching tomorrow, I think I got this thing figured out. Tomorrow I will do a live stream. Not a live stream. I can't live stream with my parents, but if you want to get a question in for my parents, just leave it in the comments. I'll ask them any question you want to ask my parents. Please leave in the comments. I go through all the comments. I got a lot on Instagram. Follow me at Michael Yo. Leave it there. But I'm gonna tape with my parents tomorrow. We were supposed to do it today, but we couldn't figure it out. But I'll tape tomorrow with them. They're awesome. They're crazy. So any problems at home that you want to talk about that we can put out there, and like with kids, with just work, with whatever.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're problems, but I think anything that's new to life, you got to adapt. So right now, comedy has been picking up quite a bit for me. So balancing comedy with being a husband and then being a father, and then just providing, like how you said, I that's why I really feel like when I started comedy, people were like, they saw comedy as just being like this fun hobby type of thing. And because my view is like, if you walked up to someone, you're like, "Hey man, like, what do you do for work?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm an accountant." You already know what that job entails. And even if you're not even in that industry. And if someone's like, "I'm in sales," you already know that they have to have like the gift of gab. But when you say comedy, people just see the finished product. They don't understand the work that goes into it. So like there's a lot of work, like writing, testing out the material on stage and tanking it on stage and going back and watching the game footage to make sure like, your cadence is correct and, your movements matches like your vocabulary that you're trying to deliver on stage.
Uh-huh.
So all that, that's a thing because just trying to balance all that out, man. Because like you said, like, you know, like you end up missing certain things and here and there, but that's why I really feel like building your worth in life, like, you know, some people are made for the 9 to 5. I really feel like, I mean, I had over like 22 some jobs, man, throughout my whole entire life.
Whoa.
Yeah, like I started when I was like 14 working at my grandfather's motel in Sacramento. It was an adult motel on top of that. So
Wait, what's an adult motel?
it's an hourly rated motel.
No way. Put the Oh no, I hate that angle.
Yeah,
Let's not use that
you don't
angle.
want to do that? All right, I
No,
got you.
because like I'm trying to see you.
Yeah, I got
Because
you.
that angle right now is that's my solo angle. When
I
I want
feel
to make
you.
a point angle, it should
Makes
never
sense,
be
makes
on
sense.
me unless I want to make a point
All
like
right,
this.
I got you.
That's the only time that angle should be on me.
I
like
got
this.
you.
But just staring at you looks weird.
But it is
Hold on. Our motel.
hourly motel.
So it was who cleaned those rooms?
My family, man.
Your family?
My grandfather. I mean, my family has a huge history of just going the whole American route, especially being immigrants coming from.
Why don't you put the
from
camera?
Ireland.
Is it still on me?
Oh, is it?
And
on
you talking?
My bad, bro.
Come on,
my
man. This
bad, dude.
Indian dude. This Indian guy.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really be talking on pods that much, man. I always be on the scene, so this is new to me, man.
Oh, this is good. You're
So-
good, bro.
So anyways, the motel was originally for my dad's brother, but he got into gang affiliation and
Oh wow.
and end up doing hard substances and end up crashing and having brain damage. And so my grandfather went into this motel with him to help him get his life together, but obviously that didn't work out. So therefore, my grandfather took all the responsibility of this motel. And it provided a living for the sibling that wasn't able to provide no more. And so therefore, the motel, you know, it earned its own. So my dad used to go and help out. I would go and help out. And so when it came to these motels, my grandfather or my dad will go and clean it. And then I will go in there. I'll do the touch-ups because when you go in there, it's really nasty. It's like
It's
real,
nasty.
real nasty, man.
Like they were shooting all kind of stuff in there.
oh man, shooting stuff. Yeah. Like,
Any murders?
that I don't know. I would like to ask my dad that, but definitely a couple of ODs. And
Really?
Yeah. And
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did
go
you?
for it.
How old were you when you
Oh,
worked in a
wrong camera.
hotel?
Oh my God, bro. I grew up there. My parents got divorced when I was like 5. So when I was doing,
But
the
when you
1
say
week,
you
1
grew
week-
up, what age was that to?
Oh man, I was there from basically the age of I'm gonna go ahead and say I was there when I was like 7.
Okay.
7 all the way until I was basically in the end of middle school.
So when is the first? Did you ever see any of these ODs come out?
Yeah, I was exposed to this. That's why my dad, like, we talk all the time, and he was like, "There's some things in life that I should never took." you
Yeah.
to." One was a Raiders game in Oakland versus Kansas City Chiefs. It was wild. Actually, the first game was Detroit. I got to see Barry
Sanders?
Yeah, that was pretty cool. They in our section they roughed up this poor kid that came
Oh.
with silver and blue, and it was bad, bro. It was so bad. So yeah, Raiders games, and then basically taking me on the weekends to this hourly motel, and just seeing and getting exposed to
So
stuff,
how
man.
old were you when you saw your first OD roll out that room?
Oh man, that's when I was like, man, to be honest with you, like, it had to be like 7, 8. man.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Isn't it
yeah.
crazy what our parents exposed us to?
Keep going,
Things
keep
I
going.
would never let my kids. Well, let me tell you, the thing that's still stuck in my mind. Oh, by the way, Gigi, thank you for the nice comment. I think it's to me or it's to you. I don't know which one, but I think it's to me.
Okay.
But it might be to you.
It's all good.
But I think it's to me.
Okay.
But it might be to you.
What's the comment?
I saw you guest at someone else's show. I told my boyfriend you were even better than the main act. You are not just funny, you're entertaining. I am certain you will be successful. Not that you have a choice now. LOL. So let's just take it for both of us.
Okay.
That's for both of us.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and take that one, though, because I'm always opening.
No. That's for me because they would have saw me open for somebody big. I don't open much, but when I open, I open. I bring it when I open. You know, but that's what I love. The people I open for,
Oh, man.
they want you to bring it.
Of course.
Oh, they don't like Joe Coy. If you can't crush, he won't let you open for him. Like you have to destroy
Dude.
to open for. Like even me, I don't take like
That was one of my biggest compliments about you, man. Like
I hate weak openers. Oh my God. And let me tell you something else that's weird to me. But I'm not, please don't take this as I'm dogging people. I think it's weird. And yes, I have some photos like this, but I think it's weird when comics stand on stage at somebody else's show with an auditorium filled with people, and they'll have a mic. You know, they open up for like Gabriel Iglesias or Joe Coy or whoever is huge. But the shot of them with all the people, that's very weird to me.
It's very misleading.
No, it's not misleading because they're giving shout outs to, hey, thanks to such. But to me, let me tell you what that's like for me.
Okay.
And I've done it a long time ago.
Yeah.
To me, that's like you taking a picture by somebody else's car.
Yeah.
They'd be like, yo, check this out.
Yeah.
Like you randomly walking down the street, see a Lamborghini, and you just post up beside it and just post it.
Yeah.
No context.
I get that.
Just post it. So to me, it's very weird for comics to post those pictures. Like most of the time, unless the comic forces me. Like I'll open for Jimmy O Yang. He sells tons of Gabriel Iglesias, everybody. I've opened for some big Joe Coy.
Yeah.
I've never once posted a picture like that. That's just my thing. Cause to me, it's like, I didn't earn that.
I totally agree with you, man.
You know?
I agree with you, but I like seeing it when it's taking one step further, when they take out their cell phones and they go, hey!
Yeah. Oh, it's like, it's not your crowd. Stop it. It's not your crowd.
That's my favorite, man.
Oh my God. I can't. Yo, man, we killing it tonight. It's not your people.
Man, get off with your 7-minute set.
Oh, I can't. That's the thing. I can't do it. I can't do it. And I'm not. And they give shout outs to somebody, but that's like, yo, check out my boy's Lamborghini. Yo, that's like being in a celebrity's house going, yo, check out my crib. Check out our crib. Look what we did. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but I never could do it. Unless the only time I've ever done it is I remember, I think it was Gabriel once was like, everybody take a picture.
Yeah.
So it was all the comics up there.
But that's after the That's after the show though, right?
No. Like on stage.
Right.
The crowd's behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's after, but everybody like, but that's still what I still felt weird about posting, but there people send it to you. Hey, post this. But that's what the crowd behind you and you're with the comics.
But I think that's respectable though, when it's after the headliner goes up and he's like, all right, let's bring all the comics back out and let's do a group photo, you know? Like I think that's respectable because the headliner's acknowledging, you know, like this is the show.
This is the crew. Yeah. I still feel weird.
But if you're doing it at the end of your set before the headliner before the feature even goes on, I'm so sorry, but I just seen this recently and I thought it was a hilarious thing.
No. I like to me it's funny.
Oh,
and I'm not making fun. To me it's funny.
That's great, man. I love it. The confidence, that's what I call it.
Bro, that confidence.
That confidence.
That confidence is I don't even have it's like I'm opposite. I don't have the confidence to go on somebody else's show, take a picture with everybody behind me and say, even if I gave them a shout out, I still feel weird.
Yeah, no, I got you, man.
It like I would never pull up, like I know some celebrities, but I would never take a picture by their car and go, yo, my boy's killing it with this car.
But
I don't know, man.
Do you think that's more of like a respect thing? Like
no, I just think to me it's respect, but it's also not yours.
No, I mean, like, I'm sorry, I should rephrase the question. Do you think it's a lack of respect? Because I feel like
no.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not dogging these people.
Okay.
I don't think it's a lack of respect. I just think maybe they're not self-aware or they've never thought about that.
Self-aware, correct.
They're not self-aware.
Yes.
You know, have you ever met someone that is just not self-aware at all? Where they're like,
this whole Vegas comedy scene
where people just come into your green room like they're part of the show.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just even on a lower degree than that.
Yeah.
Just some people are not just socially aware, just aware. Yeah. And I think, like I said, I'm not dogging because a lot of comics do it.
Yeah.
A lot of comics I like do it. But to me, that's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very weird to take pictures in front of things that aren't yours.
Yeah, my thing about that is, especially if you're not on the show, but then also, I've been working with a lot more headliners that bring family to the green room.
Yeah.
And then you're just like this random stranger that's among like the family and the kids and stuff. Because like I've been fortunate to be able to take my son to a couple of shows now, and if I'm on stage and they're in the green room, because he's only there with me, so we're is very vulnerable. So I don't know, how he's been and all that type of stuff. Even though I know, I know you told me the story about him. When you're asking him like when does he turn 5, and he was like after 4. That was like the cutest thing in my opinion, because like just hearing my son conversate like that, like because kids are just very like they go in order of things.
Yeah,
like, they
of
don't
course.
understand, like an actual proper question. Yeah, right. I mean, but then if there was a stranger in there, I would be panicking on stage, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, I wouldn't
I don't know,
feel
man.
at all.
I don't know. And I think, I think when you get older,
Yeah.
you just get scared. Like you get scared of everything. Everything's a threat to you, your family. Because when you're younger, there are no threats. You don't really think about stuff like that.
No.
But when you're to me, I'm responsible for my wife and kids. So that's my priority.
So I'll tell you one thing: don't go on that Neighbors app.
Oh, my wife is all about that. My wife is all about that life. She knows where everybody is.
Mine too.
My wife. If you think you safe and nobody knows, just know my wife knows.
Oh my God, man!
And she will make it known to people. Hey, do you know such and such is here? Watch your back.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was like, hey, we should probably go to that park again. She was like, we ain't going to that park anymore. I was like, what happened?
I went to this museum, children's museum with my family.
Here in Vegas?
I don't know. No, it was somewhere else.
Okay.
But my family went in first, and I was like 20 minutes behind them. And I show up, and I go, oh, my family's in there. She goes, nope, they got to get you. Like you, as a single person, adult, you cannot go in a family museum, and I love that.
Yeah,
they go, no, we need to see your kids or your wife or somebody from your family say you're their father.
Yeah,
we're not just letting in. I mean, they didn't say all this, but in my mind, I was like, that's great. They're not just letting in random adults to a children's museum because that's creepy.
Yeah, I agree.
Creepy.
Totally agree with that, man.
So. By the way, thank you for watching right now. Make sure you like, subscribe. This is where I put all my comedy content. And, by the way, my first special, I never thought that I self-produce, is being dubbed right now into Korean. Oh, nice. And we're going to relaunch it in Korea. So that's going to be amazing. And I'm very excited about that.
Are you going to teach your kids Korean?
Yes, my son has already learned. I'm learning. Dude, I'm a toddler. I got like the 0 to 3 books, age 3. I'm like, ba. I'm like, yeah, yo, so I'm doing all of it. I'm trying to get better. And hopefully in 2 years I'm fluent, but I'm taking it day by day. Actually, in like 20 minutes, I got online tutoring.
Oh, nice.
So I got tutors online. I'm going to classes. Like I'm deep in it. I'm deep. Because I want to really I love my mom's culture. Well, half of my culture. So I want to go to Korea. I want to really absorb it, know how to speak it to a certain level.
Love it, man.
And I'm really on a mission to learn it. Like my wife is even like, wow, you're really in this. I was like, yeah, man.
That's
I'm
awesome.
I'm all about that life. I'm all about that life.
That's good, man. Because when I went to Fiji almost 10 years ago, I think a little bit longer, my family, I tried to speak the Fiji Hindi because it's slang Hindi. It's not like the traditional India Hindi. So we speak slang Hindi. I went, I started talking. They were just like, just stop, just speak to us.
So what
English.
Hindi do you speak? The normal one?
No, we speak Fiji Hindi. Fiji Hindi.
So you spoke slang, but they didn't like your slang.
No,
it was out of practice.
It was rough. It was rough to a point because in Fiji they have local pricing and they have tourist pricing, especially at restaurants.
They were charging you tourist prices.
So my family straight up told me, they gave me the menu. They're like, point. We'll act like you're a mute, and like that's 100% true, man.
That is hilarious.
They're like, if you speed, they're gonna charge us, tourist prices. We're trying to get this local deal. So yeah, I was pointing all day.
You're like the Spider-Man meme.
That was like my son just pointing.
Just
So sad but true.
dude.
So sad.
So anyway, yeah, anything else that I just wanted to jump on, say what's up. Sorry, this launch was so weird. We launched this thing like 5-6 times. We're trying to figure it out, but I think I figured it out.
We got it.
I think I figured it out. Now we just got to figure out why it's not connected to my laptop. Once we figure that out, we all good.
Yeah.
We all good. Thank you for joining us. Please hit that like and subscribe, but please leave your comments. I'm interviewing my parents tomorrow on the podcast. I can't even say interview. I'm hanging out with my parents tomorrow on the pod. Leave a question you want me to ask my parents. We'll make it happen. Like it, subscribe it. Also, you can check out the audio side of this as well. Check out the audio podcast. We do it too. It's called The Yo Show. We'll have this up probably tomorrow. So if you want to do that, but thank you for hanging. We'll see you next time. Let's end this stream and see if it works. All right. It worked.